As we all know, time is a measurement of cost. And a few months back, I was not fully aware of that. I would invest hours and hours on end in getting my 10,000 steps or exercising like there's no tomorrow. It was around this time when I realized that there were a lot of things I could do with my time. In short, I finally learned how to manage my time wisely. College life has definitely taught me how to manage my time well. Although even back then, I knew how to manage it, but it's not as good as how I manage my time now. There were many circumstances in school where I was exposed to the not so pleasant reality of the modern day workplace. People have become so lazy, undetermined, dispassionate, and scattered in terms of their schedule. Being born and raised in the Philippines has opened my eyes in different perspectives in the different establishments here in the Philippines. Most of them praise and believe in the same theory, which is the theory of Filipino time. Filipino time has been around since the dawn of time. It is indeed a curse in the society. You can see the application of this in the different sectors of society, like in the public, private, and most especially in the government sector. A few days ago, I ordered a DIY wardrobe online. I specifically told the seller/rider that I would meet him at exactly 2 p.m. and he agreed. When 1:30 came, I suddenly received a message from him asking me if it's okay if he'd deliver it now. I said yes. I was amazed at how punctual he is. But when 2 p.m. came, I haven't heard from him. I waited 30 minutes more and still nothing. So then I texted him and asked where he is at the moment. And guess what he said? Papunta na po ako sa store, ma'am. By the time the item was delivered to me, it was about 3 p.m. already. He might have just said 3 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. in the first place. Another instance is when I am in school. I'm not sure if this is a disease of the professors, but there were several times when they would give an activity and then the students end up getting a consultation with them because queries would pop up. But sadly, they were either unreachable or they deliberately ignore the students' concern. And when students do get an update about their whereabouts, they would be like, I'll get back to you tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, they'll be MIA, missing in action. After waiting a few more days to give them space and time, you'll be the one asking them again. And they'll be like, I'll get back to you next week when I finish my other livelihood. Until next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next month. And next month becomes never. Last time I checked, students were paying their tuition fees and employees were getting paid right. Maybe it's changed? I understand that other people have other things going on in their lives too, but at the very least, you should know how to manage your time properly. If you're employed in an institution, you should give equal amount of time and focus on all the jobs that you so bravely applied yourself into. You can't really do multiple tasks at once. That's what I learned so far in my 20 years of existence here on Earth. You should give your undivided attention to a certain task at a certain time. Give as much importance to the details as much as you give importance to the whole picture. Don't try to juggle several balls if you can't even juggle one. Another example to the theory of the Filipino time is when I order milk tea. My favorite. Usually, the milk tea shop that I order from opens at 10 in the morning. So when it opens, I obviously is always first in line. Upon ordering the classic milk tea with pearls as sinkers, guess what they said? Hello, madam. We're currently cooking our pearls. Would you like to choose another sinker for your drink? What? Isn't 10 your opening? When you open the store at a certain time, you should be ready and prepared. So when school starts by 7, does it mean that I'm still combing my wet hair in my school chair and asking the teacher to adjust the time for me? We could probably start by 8. Of course not. I should be fully ready by then. Going back to the milk tea store, they can either open the store earlier and cook the necessary items needed. So when the clock strikes 10, they can now welcome the customers without asking them to adjust their orders. Shocking revelation. No brainer at all. In addition to the opening time, the closing time is also an issue. Most workers in the different establishments here in the Philippines are so diligent that when the clock strikes 5, they're already at home, sitting on their couch, waiting for Wawa Win to appear on screen, hoping they'll be the next instant overnight millionaire. Success doesn't come overnight, dears. My point is, when I get into a store at around 4:30 p.m., for instance, and I order something not too difficult to prepare, their instant reply would be, "Ay, sarado na po kami." Hindi ba 5 ang closing? Nagdedesisyon kayong 4:30 close na? Ang ibig sabihin ng 5 na magsasara ang store ay open hanggang 5. Hindi yung bago pa mag-5, close na. Obviously, there's an allocated time for you to close the store. A tax time. Tax. Usually, it's about 1 hour. The manager or owner or whoever managed the store is obviously aware of that. Don't ruin the day's sale by being recklessly incompetent. Don't try to bring others down along with your failure. Kung sa Ilocano, mangiruruman. Mangiruruman. To summarize, I have also believed and applied the Filipino time to myself a long time ago. But now I can say that I have evolved and became more punctual than last time. Thanks to my always curious self that never stops to seek knowledge in every corner and every door. That is it for today's video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, because I, for one, surely did. Make sure to like and comment if you did. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel for those who haven't already. And as always, stay confidently you. See you guys next week. Bye!